This week on Eagle 7, the weather has been uncommonly kind to us, so we got out and enjoyed the sunshine.
And Ashley went off the beaten trail to see what's trending. I'm Rachel Gasterland.
And I'm Jonathan Laansma, and Eagle 7 News starts right now. A group of students is headed to Florida next week, and we caught up with someone who's playing a big role once they get there.
A little nutty here's the audio guy putting together the TV show.
Each year, UNW media production students compete in the National Religious Broadcasters Convention. This year, we're more involved than usual. We sat down with Professor Mark Senius to get some details and see how his role in the convention has grown.
One of the really exciting things that I get to work on this year at the NRB is the awards program. We have 10 Northwestern projects that won awards this year, a couple of film awards, a news award, and then also some audio production awards. Fortunately, I've produced and written two regional Emmy awards, so here in the Twin Cities, so I'll be able to draw on that experience.
For Eagle 7 News, I'm Jens Kalgren.
With all the warm weather we've been having, many students have decided to swing into spring. Brennan Scarborough has the story.
Sunny skies, green grass, and even baseball. Not exactly what's expected in Minnesota, especially in the middle of February.
The warm weather has been great because we're able to be out here and they're playing a baseball game right now. It's late February and that's awesome that we're standing out here in shorts and watching baseball. But at the same time, it's a little bit sad because we had to cut the season short for broomball. The ice and the snow is already starting to melt away.
Even though the broomball season seems to have melted away, students haven't hesitated to enjoy the warm weather.
My friends and I decided to take advantage of the weather and to come out here and enjoy some hammocking. We're trying not to get too used to it though, seeming as how it's only February and the cold weather will probably be back shortly.
With the alleged storm coming this weekend, UNW students are trying to enjoy the warm weather for as long as possible. For Eagle 7 News, this is Brennan Scarborough.
As much as it pains me to say it, it's time to swap those sandals for some socks and boots because we're headed back into that classic February weather. With average temperatures at about 29 degrees and an average snowfall at about 8 inches, we've had a crazy February, but fear no more, we've got 4 inches of snow coming into the Twin Cities metro. And for this week, we're gonna have temps around 40 degrees with some snow to start off our spring break on Thursday, which is exactly the spring break I all know we wanted. Back to you guys.
The UNW baseball team played its first game of the season this past Tuesday. The Eagles took advantage of the above-average temperatures and its artificial turf complex to play, its earliest ever outdoor game, facing Snelling for Bethel University. St. Thomas and Dakota County Technical College likely played the earliest outdoor baseball game in Minnesota history last Friday. The team got off to a great start as UNW's middle infield turned to double play with 2 runners on in the top of the first to get out of trouble early. In the bottom of the frame, Tyler Osborne delivered a 1-out single to bring Ryan Schutterer to the plate with a runner on. The senior slugger picked up right where he left off a year ago, belting a 2-run homer over the center field fence to give the Eagles an early 2-0 lead. But it would go downhill from there for the Eagles as Bethel would end up defeating the Eagles 25-2. UNW will return to action next Monday when they take on McAllister in a doubleheader at US Bank Stadium. Game 1 will get underway at 9:45 p.m. Mark, how are the rest of sports looking?
Thanks, Rachel. Well, hard to believe, but winter sports are wrapping up while spring sports are just beginning, so we have a lot of ground to cover this week. So let's dive right into it. The women's lacrosse team started their season with a bang, winning their first game of the year against Monmouth College 17-6. They will face off next against Colorado College tomorrow at the Concordia St. Paul Dome at 6 p.m. Meanwhile, the men's lacrosse team is still searching for their first win of the season when they travel to Iowa and face Cornell College this Saturday at 3 p.m. Check UNWEagles.com for live streaming options. Also, good luck to the UNW track and field teams as they travel to St. Scholastica for the Indoor UMAC Championships this Friday. Also, congratulations to James Hulterstrom of the women's track and field team and CJ Lloyd and Karen Moe of the men's and women's tennis teams, respectively, for winning UMAC Player of the Week honors. Sadly, the UNW women's basketball season came to a close on Wednesday. The team lost to Minnesota Morris during the UMAC semifinals by a score of 71-62. The highlight of the game for the Eagles was Tiffany Stubbs, a senior who dropped 25 points on the Cougars in defeat. Great work on another great season, girls. In lighter news, the men's basketball team, however, continues to roll on with the Eagles flattening Minnesota Morris 76-60. They advanced to the UMAC championship game for the 7th straight year and look to capture their 7th straight bid to the NCAA tournament. The championship game will take place this Saturday in the Erickson Center at 7:30 p.m. They will be facing off against the rival St. Scholastica Saints. Well, that caps off a very busy week for sports. And that's all I have for you. Back over to you, Rachel.
Northwestern is located nearby not just one city, but two. And with the warmer weather, students can take advantage of these locations. Ashley Chapetta visited two ideal areas for students to explore.
Spring fever is in the air, and thankfully there is plenty to see and do in the Twin Cities area this weekend. We're here at Minnehaha Falls, a park beautiful with lots of hiking trails and river overlooks, and behind me a 53-foot waterfall.
I really like the water and the falls and the sound it makes, so it's a beautiful place to go come and work out.
It's absolutely beautiful. I've never seen it all frozen like this before.
Another fun location and Minnesota favorite is the Stone Arch Bridge in Minneapolis.
It's gorgeous. Honestly, anything like this to get people outside is great. People watching is great. It's awesome to see everyone kind of come outside and enjoy the weather. I'm really fortunate to be able to see Minneapolis like this.
It's been unusually warm in the Twin Cities, but there's plenty of places to check outside if you're looking for something fun to do outdoors. For Eagle 7 News, this is Ashley Chapetta.
To find out more information about Minnehaha Falls and the Stone Arch Bridge, check out Eagle 7's Facebook page for a link to Ashley's blog. So John, do you have any plans for spring break?
You know what, I actually do. I'm road tripping to Florida for spring break, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
That's all we have for this week. I'm Rachel Gasterland.
And I'm Jonathan Laansma. Stay fly, Eagles.